Good afternoon, everybody. It's Gwen, CraftyLadyDesigns.com. I have a new project that I just finished, and it's something new for me that I wanted to do a flip through. I've really enjoyed it. The premise of this is a soft back, small junk journal. It only has one signature, and it's fabric. It's covered in fabric, and it is double-sided, and I'll show you when we get inside. And in between the fabric is like a pill-on sizing. Now it's about a 16th of an inch thick, and it has sticky on both sides. It's an iron-on fusion. So I took two pieces of fabric, put the pill-on in between, and ironed that all on, and then I zigzagged around the edge. Now I left the raw edge, which I like, the raw edge all around, but I did, it's hard to see the zigzag. And here's the back. It's just plain. On the front, I've got a wooden plate and sitting on top of some cotton lace, which lends itself to the book. It's a junk journal with a metal key. I have it tied, not secure. I have it secured, but not attached with a black seam binding. I couldn't make up my mind how to close it. I did need a closure. And when we get inside, I had already completed the front and the back to the point where I couldn't put a grommet in there. So I think it's okay. But this is a little wooden plate. I think I got these at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And I distressed them with brown and black ink. It's wood. And it's in the wood section. I do think I got these at, I did. I got these at Michael's as you come in. And then I just stamped on the front of it. I've got a new setup. I've got a new setup here, and I'm having a little bit of, so bear with me. So I hope you can see it. Uh, I was inspired to make it. Now I've made a lot of hardback books, and I've shown them, flipped through them, and covered them in fabric. Even the Booksmith's tomes, that type of thing, and just plain hardback chipboard books. This is a soft fabric that you do sew together and and I was inspired by Wendy's journal adventure. Wendy is, I just love watching Wendy's channel, and I'll put her information down below. She does a lot of ephemera and makes pockets and all kinds of things, and she also makes hardback books, the Nick's tomes and whatever. But she inspired me, and she gave a tutorial the other day on doing a soft cover. Now you can also take clasp envelopes and put them in between and glue them down and so is it. But she used Pellon. Pellon is a brand name. You can get it at the fabric store, Joann's or Hobby Lobby. I got mine at Hobby Lobby, and it's about a 16th of an inch thick. And on either side, I did have. Oh, here's a sample. Here is a sample. On either side, it's sticky. And when you put that in between, sandwich that in between, and then you iron on it, it melts it. Now I iron on both sides because this is, I say, it's about 16th of an inch thick. So that's what I've done to the cover. And that's why I'm doing a little flip through. This is kind of new. I am going to add this to my uh, capturedonpaper.com. It is a consumers, or not consumers, it's a website where you do sell your books and products. I have several things listed on there as well. So I will add this on there in a couple days. So let's go inside. As I say, this is the front. It's got a metal key. It's got the wooden plaque. It's stamped, and on the back, it's just plain. Now the fabric I bought is a duck type fabric, and I bought it at Hobby Lobby as well. And as I say, this is just a loose string. So when we go inside, this is the front. Oop, this is the front. This I made this pocket, and when I made this pocket, I've got it so close I can't put a grommet in there. And in the pocket, I have a card with a husband and wife on it, and it's a card from Tim Holtz, and I've slid that down in the pocket. This is a little book that I've made, and it says this book belongs to, and you open it up, and you can journal and write in there, and it's hand sewn. It's hand sewn as well, and that goes in there. And this is just a little envelope that I bought. Uh, and I showed this before in one of my other flip throughs. Just got a little card inside that I've stamped on that you can journal on. And then I just stapled on a little medallion here to close it. As I said, I put that little card. I'm out of them now, and I'm not. I either got it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. This is a coin envelope, and it's a hidden paperclip. I can't even talk. That I enhanced. I did see this online as well, and I will look up. And I can't recall right at this moment, but I will add who inspired me to do this. I did a whole bunch of them, coin envelopes, and you hide the paperclip, so you just see the embellishment. I made this out of book paper. This is just a little envelope type pocket out of old book paper, and I just folded it up and I stapled it on both sides, folded it over so you could put some memorabilia in there as well. And I just stuck it under there. There's only one signature. There's uh, 10 pages of coffee dyed paper, and then there's various other papers, which there's 50, 60 pages in here, I would say. I haven't counted them, but pretty close. And you open it up, and on the inside, I did a stencil. This is a Tim Holtz stencil. This is a glassine envelope, and on the inside is just a little card that I put in there. And I also stamped on it with one of my little stamps. This is calligraphy paper that I get at Hobby Lobby in the arts section where they got frames and paints and brushes and whatever. This is stenciled with another stencil across of Tim Holtz. And then these are Tim Holtz numbers that I've stenciled. And here's some of the paper dolls, two little girls. I left it all blank. This is stamped with my French script stamp. This is Tim Holtz's, it's heavy, and he called it glassine. It's not the kind of glassine we think of when you say glassine, but they no longer make it, and I don't have much of it left. Is the Tim Holtz stencil again. Now I made this policy envelope, and it opens up like so. Now there's nothing in it, but you could put a tag or something in there, and then it closes up. It's very, very simple to make these ties, and I made a tutorial on how to make those. They're very simple to make. You don't have to use brads. You don't have to use brads and worry about the legs and covering them up. I made these tags. I did, this is just a tag that I made, and I used a napkin, a decoupaged napkin. Oh, I'm having a decoupaged napkin. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. This is doing everything's backwards. And so I made these tags, and it just slides down in there like so. Now this, there's a gal, and oh my goodness, I can't think of her name either. I watch her tutorials all the time, and these little sacks, these little pockets, they're these right here, and I ordered 50 of them, I think, or more. They come from London. They come from England, and they were hard to find. And she didn't think. See, now wait a minute. She is from London. She's from England, but I couldn't get them from where she gets them. Well, I could, but I didn't want to pay $100. So the upshot is, I did find them, and I think I found them on Amazon, but I'm not real sure. Here's some more paper dolls. Here's another glassine envelope with just a little tag that I stamped on the back where you could journal. So I've got that slid. There's another paper. There's a stamped. Here's some stamped of the literature. The French script. This is this was a greeting card. This was a greeting card that I bought. I separated the back. I stamped it so you could journal on it, and then it's got a pretty bird on the front of it. And then I just secured it up here with a little round paper clip, like so. There's another one of Timmy's papers. This says the moments, little moments, big memories. Christina sent me that. I haven't seen Christina for a while, but thank you, Christina. Here's another one of Tim Holtz's designs. Here's another little glassine, and I stamped on the glassines. And here's a picture of a really pretty lady back in the day. Another calligraphy paper is a little bird, and then I just stamped with the French script on it as well. Did a lot of stamping. And then this is the center of our signature. I did nothing with the ties. This could be folded. I mean, this could be secure. It could be stapled or sewed. Well, it could be sewed now, but or left open. That's the center. Of course, here we start. This is the back side of the calligraphy paper. Is the back side of the glassine bag, and then has just a little tag that I put in there, and I stamped on the back where you could journal. I hope you can see this. As I say, I changed my camera area, and I don't know, it's different because it's backwards. This stripe is a stencil of Tim Holtz's. This says "Thinking of You." I love this little book. It was fun to make. Here's a little bird. Another stencil. This is another glassine bag, and I just made a tag and just stapled on a piece of cut off paper, and then I just put on a butterfly. Can you see that? I'm backwards. I keep turning my head to watch myself in my computer to see if I'm in frame, and then I get turned around. Here's some more stenciling. Here says happiness. Oh, happiness is a journey, not a destination. I'm trying to read upside down. There again, we have more stenciling with the. Now this is another one of those little brown bags, and then I made another one of the little envelopes out of the old. Now the way I made this, and I followed a gal online. I think her name's Trace Doe. Oh, I can't think. It starts with an S. You fold this up, but the way you fold it up, all the script is going the right direction, so you can read it. It's not upside down. Now the back side is upside down, but the front of it is all going the same direction, and I folded it, and then I stapled it on the side, and then I slid it down into this little brown pocket. These are what kind of pockets are they? They're pay envelopes. They're little pay envelopes. They're not used, I'm sure, anymore, and they're from London. Here we have Tim Holtz's another one of his stencils. This is a paper clip that I made. It is some of the paper dolls, and the paper clip is on the back. And then there were two different women that I watched that made these hidden paper clips. The lady that made this used tickets. She took two tickets and stuck them together, and in between she put the paper clip, and then embellished them on the outside. So when you could do, and this is a side mount, which you hide the paper clip, really. And I've got it on this glassine envelope, and it's a side mount instead of a top. You can do them either way. And then here we have some splatters and some stenciling. And on the back we have another pocket. Now this is another paper clip. And in the pocket, I have a postcard, ecru colored postcard, not ecru, but it's the craft. I did get these at Hobby Lobby. They have a whole packet of them on the wall. I've got that. You can journal on that. I've got that down there. This is another one of the napkin cards that I made. I made several at one time. This slides down there. And then this is just a piece of ephemera, and it's got lines on the back, excuse me, where you can journal. This paper clip just fits down in the side like so. Now what it's doing, I need to fix that or check that or take that. There's a piece in the center that's kind of tall and it's peeking through this paper. I need to fix that or do that. So, and the back again is just plain. So there we have it. And as I say, I just secured it with a ribbon. I really wanted to put a grommet and put more ribbon on it, or seam binding, or sorry, silk, which I had out as well. So there we have it. I hope you like it. It was fun to make, but I love the process. She's just very clever. She is just very, very clever, and Wendy. And Wendy and her kitty cat. I forget what kitty's name is, but it doesn't matter. But I'll put her information and I'll try to find. In fact, the last tutorial I did, I added. I think the gals that did the tutorial on the paper clips, and I'll look that up and try to add that to this one as well. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you will. I'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribing to my channel, please do. I do have a spot in the craft capturedonpaper.com. It's a consumer's website. It's like an eBay, but it's not eBay. It's a lot better. I do pay all the postage for my sales. I have several journals on there, junk journals, hard copies, that type of thing on there. And if you go there to capturedonpaper.com, just go to search and put in Gwen, Gwen, and it'll bring up my page per se. There's all kinds of crafting things on there available if you're interested in any of those as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back another time with another tutorial, and have a great day.